Hi, my name is Kimberly Inez Mays, and I'm back with another video about launching your next high ticket program. So if you are a coach, professional speaker, author, influencer, you're definitely in the right place. And in this video, I'm going to talk about 3 easy ways to build a quality audience for your launch. And before I get into it, if you are watching the replay, can you please do me a big favor and put hashtag replay so that I know you're watching? And if you have any questions, comments, or whatever, please put that into the comment section because I read every single comment and I respond to every single comment. So let's get into it. I'm going to talk about 3 easy ways to build a quality audience for your launch. And why an audience is so important is when you're launching something, people need to know about it. And you have to determine how big your audience is and really determine what is the quality of your audience. Are they a warm audience? Do they already know, like, and trust you? Are they people who know, like, and trust somebody who can vouch for you? So you really want to think about this and you want to think strategically. Okay, I'm going to put something out there. Who am I going to tell about it? And why are they the right people to tell it? And the reason why I speak in these terms is I think a lot of times people use marketing jargon and it makes us really like draw back like, ooh, I don't really know what this term means. And my job is not here to overwhelm you. I am supposed to make complex things very simple, and we can make it simple. So let's get into it. Here are 3 ways to build a quality audience for your launch. So you don't have to have a big following to have a good launch. You don't really need to have, a ton of people on your list. And when I say a ton, I'm just speaking kind of vaguely because a ton to one person could be a small amount to another person. But you can launch with a smaller list if you have one, or you can use someone else's list, which I'll get into in a second. So here is tip number 1. Tip number 1 is to convert your social following to email. And what that means is if you have a Facebook group, a Facebook page, Instagram following, you can have them get onto your email list. And why I say put them onto your email list is because you'll have a greater chance of marketing to them. Um, Many of you guys know that what you put on social media is really only seen by a minuscule amount of people who are actually following you. So when you send out emails, your content's more likely to be seen and acted upon. So you want to take all of these followers that you have and put them onto your email list. And you're not going to get every single follower. You're only going to get a fraction of your following. But if you have a way to have them subscribe to you or to supply their email address to you, that is something that I highly, highly recommend. I highly recommend doing this on the regular using a lead magnet. So if you guys aren't familiar with lead magnets, it's just something that you give away for free in exchange for an email address. So you may want to advertise a lead magnet to your Facebook page, your Instagram followers, and your Facebook group saying, okay, I have this thing, sign up for it. And now you have their email address. So every time you have a program, you have a launch, now you have their email address. You can tell them with an email. So that sounds cool, right? If you don't yet have a lead magnet, what I've also done was a waitlist, and that is number 2. So this works for both your current list and your social media following. So what this looks like is having a wait list, just a simple list that they can sign up for information about your next upcoming launch or future products or something like that. And you want to incentivize the wait list. You want to say, all right, well, if you are on the wait list, you're going to get some kind of incentive when this thing does go live. And what that helps to do is does 2 things. You get an email address from people who you may not have their email addresses from, and from your current audience, it lets you know how many people are actually interested, and you can kind of gauge interest based on those who are joining your wait list. And so using that could be something quick to get people onto your list and to gauge interest. And the third one is the one I love, love, love the most, is using someone else's audience to build your own. And this does not mean that it's you're taking from somebody, it's a mutual exchange. So for example, if you are a podcast guest, for example, you may want to offer something for free to the listeners of that podcast. So if you're a podcast guest, you're delivering value to that podcast, you're talking with the host, you're delivering value, and then you're also also getting the leads at the end, or asking for leads at the end of that episode. And usually this is great because podcast episodes are evergreen, so they're always running. But this could be done for one-time events like, conferences. Like I did a conference. I did two conferences, one in November and one in October. And I applied the same rule. I had a giveaway, I had something for free that people can opt into. So that's how I was able to grow my list. So if you are doing a launch, you may want to say, okay, well, how can I complement someone else's program? How can I complement someone else's event? How can I provide value to another business owner, company, organization, and see if those who are following that particular business will not to follow me. So that is very simple. You just have to make sure that the audience is a good fit for what you offer. But if it is, then, make it mutually beneficial. You definitely want to provide enough value so that, it's kind of, it becomes a no-brainer to sign up with you. So you definitely want to do that. So that's 3. Let me kind of recap again. Number 1, if you have a following on social media, you might want to start developing a lead magnet or some other way to get their email address. You can have them supply their email address at the beginning of signing up for your group. You can do a couple of things there. Also, create a wait list using your following and using your current list to get a gauge of who's interested in your program, and also to get people to sign up for that if you don't yet have a lead magnet at the ready. And then number 3, give value to someone else's platform. So those are my 3 quick tips. On December 12th at 12 p.m. Eastern. Sorry, I'm a little sinusy, but on December 12th at 12 p.m. Eastern, I am having a workshop where I will give you even more tips for growing your audience and then also laying out the strategy for a successful high ticket launch. So that's Saturday, December 12th from 12 to 4 p.m. I am going to be doing a one-day workshop and I would love to have you join us. It is going to be something that I am delivering to you. It's a 4-part process that I follow when I do my own launches to make sure that everything is checked off. And if you're not a technical person, don't worry, because this is exactly for you. So what you'll get out of it is a strategy for doing your launches that reduces stress and overwhelm, because I know there's a lot of things to cover. I know that there are a lot of check boxes, and I know there's a lot of advertising that needs to be done. And this does not need to be stressful if you have a plan. So I would like to give you that plan. Again, it's December 12th from 12 to 4. There is a break in between. So if you get tired easily, just don't worry about it. We do a break. But this is where I give you that 4-part process so that you can get it done and we can get it out there. So until next video, I will talk to you later. Leave a comment and